Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about updating Retrobat's emulators. Now most of the emulators have to be updated manually, so let's look at them. Super Game HDD, Core Type OR, Collections, Computers, ROMs, Retrobat, and then emulators. As you can see, we have a ridiculous amount of emulators. Some of them will not be able to update. Some of them are no longer in development. Yuzu, for example, and Ryujinx, which are the Nintendo Switch emulators, they are no longer available. Obviously, Nintendo has taken them down. This is really old. The Super Nintendo 9X emulator. Let's open it up. Let's go to help. There is no, as you can see, no option for a built-in update. To be quite honest, you don't need to update that. Look at the emulators there, and really kind of important. I would suggest like Dolphin emulator. Let's open that up. Dolphin, like most of the emulators, like the Super Nintendo, the Sega Mega Drive, you're going to be able to play like all of those games. They're the games that are the emulators that aren't that important to update. Let's go here, check for updates. Yes, a new one is available and will update after closing down, or just update now. Install update. Before you update anything, I will say to people, back up the folder. It won't be a huge backup. It will not be a huge backup, honestly. So what I suggest here while this is going on, I mean, for me, I'm not too bothered. Copy the folder before you attempt any update and paste it somewhere else. And as the games fail, just copy back the folder. Delete the update, copy back the original. It should be no issue whatsoever. Also, let's go look at another one while that's working there. I know it's going to work myself. I have no problem there. PS3 emulator. Wasn't that 700 days out of date? I think I fixed that in a video. PS3 emulator has a built-in one. Most of the modern ones do. So let's open up the PS3 emulator. And this is what you're going to have to do. It's for the important emulators. Help, check for update. And it is, wow, maybe it was a different emulator I updated. It is 370 days out of date. That is crazy. As you can see, the Dolphin emulator has updated. Double check. Check for updates. It's more than likely going to be done. Probably shouldn't have done two at a time. Nah, it's just grand. So as you can see, anyway, we'll just keep going with it. It's perfect. It's going to run. I mean, if I pick a random game here, let's pick this. And let's press play. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. This is actually something I'm going to mute. I'm actually going to blur this because that is one thing I don't want on the screen. Licensed by you-know-who. That's how you update the Dolphin. That's that done. PS3 emulator. Yes, update. And obviously, again, you're going to have to go through each folder and pick what you want to update. So that's the Retrobat PS3 emulator updated. Actually, what I updated was the Launchbox version. That's why it was out of date. So that's the PS3 emulator updated. Moving back out, let's look at the Cemu emulator. Open that up, and ooh, it's an experimental version. Check for update. It won't find any. So what you're going to need to do is go to the website. Again, back this folder up before you do anything. It's tiny. Back it up. Go to the Cemu website and download the latest version. Once you've downloaded, just copy and paste it over. In fact, I'm going to do that now. So here it is. Here is the latest version, and all I'm going to do is just overwrite. And because I've it backed up, I'm not too worried. Replace. And if I open it up, this technically should 2.4. Yes. Check for updates. None available. So I went from an experimental version to a really updated, or sorry, an up-to-date version of the thing. Let's test it. Let's open up Bayonetta. And as you can see, loading, compiling, and Bayonetta has loaded. Again, this is something you're going to have to do for every single emulator on your drive. I'm going to blur this because I don't want this up, because we know who probably shut my video down. So moving on. So now that we're back out of that, we're going to look at other ones that are important. So most of them are like the retro ones again. They're pretty much fine. I'm going to actually stay away from Nintendo now, because I've done 2 is enough before they start knocking on my door. I think, oh, I did PS3, so that's okay. Feel a bit more comfortable that way. Let's look at another one before I finish the video. Canary. I did this in another video, but this is actually not the other one. I did it for Launchbox. So if I open up Canary here right now, I go to help, and as you can see, I cannot check for updates. So what you do is you're going to go to build comment on, yeah, let's go to this. And then we're going to go to Xenia. And we're scrolling down, and here it is. Windows version. Yeah. Oh no, I went the wrong way. My apologies. Hang on. It's over usually on the right, but I don't see it. Emulator, blah, blah, blah. Be so much. I probably, it's right in front of my face. I'm just not seeing it. Oh, releases right here. Look. Latest. There it is. Latest version of Sienna. This is actually not Sienna Canary, though, is it? This is just the original Sienna. I am looking for Sienna Canary. Hang on, let me close that down. So an easy way of doing it is copy, and let's just go straight to it. Sienna Canary. There we go. Experimental. I don't want. These are all experimental. Where is the original? Definitely don't want experimental. Oh, it is a. There we go. Oh, okay. Let's just take it. Experimental. 4 hours ago. Really? Wow. This is really up to date. And I open up the folder. Yeah, always. And all I need to do is to grab this. It's a pretty fast video. Sorry. Grab this. And I'm going to dump it right into the folder. Replace. And obviously I can't because I have it open. Close it down. Try again. Open it up. Yes. And create a profile. Magnum Sky Wolf. And that is the Xbox emulator updated as to the 21st of December. That's crazy. So yeah, usually I try and stay away from experimental if they have other options available. Some people have, you know, a stable release and then an experimental release. But I'm happy enough to go with this. So that is a very updated version. What I would recommend, I'll put it here in the annotations, is check out my other fix for this. In the video itself, I leave a folder down below called a patches folder, which will allow you to patch certain games that have bugs in it. So again, click on that video and have a look at it. It will show you how to fix the bugs in the games. That's pretty much what you're going to have to do. My apologies if the video is a bit fast, but I kind of want to keep it short. I think we're running to 10 minutes now, and that's pretty long for me. But overall, these are the emulators that I would recommend people update to keep an eye on. Other than that, realistically, you're going to be okay. These emulators like your 360 and things like that, because they're such new emulators, they're the ones I would consistently keep an eye out for. I don't really care about a Super Nintendo emulator, because let's be honest, most of them are perfect by now. Like your Sega emulators, like I said earlier, your Atari emulators, there's no real necessity to keep them constantly updated. It's the major ones, like, we'll say from the Wii upwards. They're the ones I would always keep updated. So from the Nintendo Wii onwards, if you want to go back a bit, the DS was before the Wii, wasn't it? I can't even remember. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? What was DS? 2004. I honestly, I can't even remember. But I'd say from that period up are the ones I would consistently keep an eye on and update if you want things to be running perfect. But again, before you do anything, I know I'm saying this at the tail end, but I said it earlier. Please back up the folder, like grab one of the folders and paste it somewhere else. And if it doesn't work, come back, right click, delete. Don't just test it in here. Reopen up Retrobat, pick a game from the folder that you know works, and then test it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And like always, have a lovely, lovely day. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. It's up to you. Thanks for watching, but it does help the channel.